Art Snackers! If you're new here, my name is Roxanne, also known as By Bun, and I'm a mixed media artist and illustrator. The season of love, and the February box definitely had a ton of it. That being said, I'm going to be dedicating this box breakdown to a boy who has certainly captured my heart. My pug, Lurch. That and more coming up right now because this is the ArtSnacks box breakdown. Welcome back to another box breakdown, the monthly video series where we take a closer look at some of the supplies and techniques found in the latest ArtSnacks box. We do a breakdown every month here on the channel, so be sure you're subscribed to never miss a video. Okay, so you remember those days when you used to exchange Valentines in your classroom? Well, I've decided to make a Valentine for my pug, Lurch. And yes, I have two pugs, but Lurch is just so squishy and cute, plus he's way easier to film. Sit down, boo-boo. Chibi, sit down. Olive. Sit down. Sit. G. No. Olive. So with that in mind, I've decided to use this month's supplies to create a truly pugtastic Valentine. The first thing I'm reaching for is actually our bonus item this month, the Fabriano Artistico watercolor paper sample. This 100% cotton and 300 GSM paper is super sturdy. It can handle erasing, layering, and wet media no prob. This sample is not only great to test the remaining materials in the box, but perfect to create my Valentine. It's time to start sketching. So next up, we've got the Faber-Castell Gold Faber sketching pencil. This pencil has a tough core, so it won't break on you, and is comprised of finely ground graphite and clay. So we're talking smooth and light lines, and much like the name says, it's perfect for sketching. For my Valentine, I'll be doing a little illustration of Lurch at the bottom and some text up at the top. Now that I've got things sketched out, I'm reaching for the next item in the box, the Sakura Pigma Micron PN. The PN stands for plastic nib, so it's flexible and easy to work with. It will allow you to create fine or wider lines with Micron's quick drawing and archival ink. Another highlight to the ink in this pen is that it's waterproof. So while I typically do my black pen work at the end of an illustration, I'm actually going to do it first. These lines won't smudge or bleed when I come in with wet media later on. Now the thing to know about Mr. Lurch is that he perpetually looks worried. All the time. I mean, just look at his face. I swear he's happy, that's just the way he looks, but I'm really trying to capture that in my illustration, with the googly eyes, sad looking pug slump, and turkey legs. After doing a complete outline of my sketch, I'll erase my pencil lines and then fill in some areas with solid black. Next up, we've got an ArtSnacks staff favorite, the Sennelier French Artist's Watercolor. You're holding a little bit of art history with this supply, as these pigments have been made the very same way for more than a century. These paints are a real sweet treat this month, as they are super high quality, very pigmented, and a little bit goes a long way. So even with the tiniest dab of it in my palette, it's easy to see just how creamy and colorful these paints are. To test out my colors, I'm swatching some of the paint onto a scrap piece of watercolor paper. You'll also notice I'm playing with the brush here a bit too, so let's talk about this little guy. This is the Raphael Mini Precision Brush. Don't let the size of this thing fool you. This new to ArtSnacks item is a high quality synthetic watercolor brush. These bristles not only hold pigment, but they keep their shape. This makes it easy to lay down broad strokes or turn the brush to the side to create lines or small details. The flat size 2 brush will allow me to come right up to my outline and pull down color with ease. So it doesn't take long to see just how well these paints layer and blend beautifully. I'm putting a light coat of color down first, and then slowly adding in more to create darker areas of shadow, especially around those pug rolls. With the blue hue laid in, I'll now add in the second color. The neutral tint shade I got in my box is perfect for filling in Lurch's face and layering in on top of the blue. Now that Lurch is filled in, I'll add additional details all over. A little more blue in the small shapes, a curly tail. I can't believe I almost forgot his tail, oh my gosh. Additional shading around the text and drawing, and a little more pen work. All of these final touches really goes to show just how well all of the supplies in this month's box work together. So there you have it guys, the February ArtSnacks box. If you're new to ArtSnacks and want to get some monthly art supply love, I will put a link in the description box below where you can sign up. Of course, while you're here, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for future box breakdowns, and follow ArtSnacks on social media. This has been another ArtSnacks box breakdown, and I'll see you guys next month. Bye! Lurchy, I made you something. Lurch. Excuse me. It's just using me for treats. You can really see the resemblance. Stay, Jeebs. Good girl. Oh, Olive!